Okay, right. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you, Helen, so much for inviting me to read today. It's lovely to be here and see so many people. In an ideal world, I'd not be murdered. Explores the impact of prostitution on the mind, body, and on societies. And it draws on my life and the lives of the characters in the book. I'm going to read from it and show a poetry film at the end. I've carefully chosen my poems today for a lunchtime reading, but the theme is prostitution and it may be triggering, so please be aware of that. I'm going to begin my set with two poems, the themes of which have sadly become all too familiar. The first one is The Green. The Green. The bus stopped at the edge of the green. It was a dark winter evening. Ellen still had a 20-minute walk home. Bears, wild boars maybe, that rustling crack closing in must be animal. It took 3 days to discover the body. Reporters said it was hard to identify. Devoured, mostly. 128 Farley Road. I find him at the bottom of the stairs. The strange thing is his eyes are blue with flecks of grey. I could have sworn they were brown, a dull sort of brown. But then again, the mask, which often hid his eyes and always hid his face. Apart from one time, years ago, when I caught him naked and alone. Now in death, that face looks so serene, clean almost. I'd often worried that the rubber marks on his jawline and forehead and just beneath his eyes would pit his skin so deep, he'd be scarred for life. But here we are, just he and I, gazing at each other, the way dead people do when caught together intimately. One thing troubles me. I say this in a whisper, so not to disturb the dust that's gathered. How did this come to be? This flat, these walls, they're crawling with dead girls. I know the rules, no names, no dates, just numbers. The next two poems explore the power dynamics within the industry. It's very hierarchical, the sex industry. The first poem, Coupe de Met, which translates as masterstroke, looks at the industry through an escort encounter. And the poem Erotic looks at it through the perspective of a stripper lap dance. I'll follow those poems with my poetry film Hooked, made with Helen Dewberry. Coupe de Met, masterstroke. I lay you on your back, twist off your claw legs, crack them with a heavy implement. I will not allow you to shatter into small pieces yet. I will extract the bones of you, place them with care into a metal bowl. I will insert thumbs on the base of your body, push upwards to release you from your carapace. I will pull away and discard your lungs. They are only dead man's fingers, and you know them intimately, don't you? I will press your mouth with such force that it snaps from its shell. I will raid your stomach sac, cut you in half, scoop out the meat of you, fork out the white from your carcass, and you will be left hollow. Your cavities will shimmer thinly, rocking back and forth, open, empty, ready to be stuffed, dressed, put on show. And then we will dine. You will be picked, handheld, lifted high on a fork, ready to be savoured by tongue, swallowed down into the gut, where you'll rest for a moment before clawing your way back through every orifice imaginable. Erotic. And back in 82, there were no poles to slither down. Olympic moves would have filled my pint glass 20 times or more. But now my movements jar to a jiggle, twitch and split as I elevate my torso while thinking of that night I hailed a cab to Hoxton. I was late, it was raining, I'd argued over money, I'd had too much to drink. That meant, yeah, did it? Sodomized, they called it, but I don't remember details. The papers said no underwear, reported every action as erotic. Now back on stage, I lift my buttocks high, bend knees, open thighs, shuffle sideways, head turned this way, that way. Someone jeers, someone touches, while my eyes reflect their cash and £10 plastic cards. It's an act, the art of stripping. It's an art, the act of stripping. I can never quite decide. But here, tonight, a pint glass does the rounds, half full, loose change that clanks against the sides is a sign I've lost. Skin, no longer tight against my frame, fixes me at half price, doesn't it? My dressing room has dwindled to toilet size, no door locks, grime-smeared floor tiles cracked. I cower in a corner until the owner comes to check. And this time he shows me pity, dresses me in finery, takes me to his table. He likes the meat, the tuck-tuck twist of me. He likes to see the light in my acid eyes go out just before they close. This next poem is a poetry film. I'm going to screen share it. So, okay, screen share it. Yeah, that's all right. And then do this. I have to talk my way through it. Is that full? That's it. Okay. Here we go. I remember standing on a street corner, eating BLT on rye, thinking about my fluid intake. But despite my thirst, despite taboo, I aimed for the 3 crowns, ordered fruit juice, nearly.
Remember how we used to walk through little streets, snow, broken ice, small torn twigs, mist, open fire, mulled wine, cut glass, smooth stem.
It was an ordinary evening, drear, overcast. Outside the traffic was building, diesel fumes circled the inside of my nostrils. Air, I needed it. Exited, or tried to.
Warm we sit, a somehow place we lived. What a time was had back then.
It was raining, so I called a cab, considered my options, bent at the edges. The traffic was static. The traffic eased. The traffic was at a standstill. The traffic flowed nicely. The taxi turned right past Clissold Park to... It had been a long time since I'd been in that part of the city. I remember how quickly evenings turned dark. How my cigarette slid between seats, and my fingers, not as slim, not as deft as they once were, reached deep into the crease.
Did you catch it? A glimpse through fields, a bob of fluff, a dandelion clock.
Deep down,
The breeze.
hooked.